Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's begin in a seated position with your hands resting on your knees or in your lap. And we'll close our eyes and start to become aware of our breath. I hope you all had amazing games. Perhaps with your eyes closed, you think back on all the good plays you made. Maybe some plays where you could have done something differently. Either way, now is time to rest, restore, and relax our body. Start to bring awareness to your breath, just letting yourself breathe naturally. And on your next inhale, we'll bring our arms up towards the sky. And exhale, bring your hands forward and melt down, breathing into our hips. You're welcome to rest your forehead on the mat. In Yin Yoga, we usually hold our poses for a little bit longer. So feel free to settle into this pose, trying to sink a little bit deeper with each exhale, sending breath to your hips. Just focus on relaxing the body. Bringing your awareness to the present moment. On your next exhale, start to slowly walk it back up. And this time, cross the opposite leg in front of the other. And again, we'll inhale, lift our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your palms down in front of you and melt forward once again. This time breathing into the opposite hip. Again, bringing awareness to your breath and trying to sink a little bit deeper into the pose with every exhale. You can keep your eyes closed and continue to breathe deep. We'll be here for a little while, so I'll let you know when it's time to change poses. On your next exhale, begin to slowly walk it back up. From here, we'll make our way onto all fours for some cat and cows, making sure the hips are over the knees, shoulders over the hands. We'll inhale, lift our chest up. Exhale, round our spine. Try to move from the tail. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, rounding your spine. We'll do one more round. We'll meet back in all fours, and from here we'll place our left forearm onto the mat and bring our right arm through, threading the needle and placing our right arm on the left side, bringing our right shoulder and our right ear to the mat. If you find your mind wandering, just try and bring awareness back to your breath. Maybe you retain the breath for a second or two at the top of your inhale and also at the bottom of your exhale. Some of the benefits of holding our poses longer in Yin Yoga are that it builds strength, and it also gives us time to properly align our body. On your next exhale, come back to center. This time place your right forearm on the mat and bring it over to the other side, threading the needle with your left arm and placing your left shoulder and your left ear on the mat. On your next exhale, begin to make your way back to center. And this time, place both forearms on the mat and extend your arms out in front of you, keeping your hips stacked over your knees coming into a puppy pose. Again, you can keep your forehead onto the mat and breathe into the back body, trying to sink a little deeper with each exhale. Feel free to stay here, or you can also bring your hands together and bring them up over your head to make a shark fin. This gives you a little bit deeper stretch into the triceps. Mindfully begin to make your way onto your stomachs. And we'll take a Sphinx pose, making sure our shoulders are stacked over our elbows and our forearms are out in front of us. Breathing into the back body. On your next exhale, slowly make your way all the way on your stomach. From here, extend your right arm out to a T, and we'll step our left foot over our right leg, trying to point our left knee towards the ceiling. You can rest your left palm down into the mat by your face, breathing into your shoulders and your hips. On your next exhale, slowly make your way back to center, and we'll take it over to the other side, extending our left arm out to a T and stepping our right foot over our left leg, trying to point our right knee towards the ceiling. Our right hand can press into the ground in front of our face. And again, breathing into the hips and the shoulders. When you're ready, mindfully make your way back to center, and we'll be moving into a deep shoulder stretch called bow tie pose. So from here, bring your right arm to the left side and your left arm over your right to your right side. Palms can be face up or face down. You can rest your head on your arm and keep your gaze down, or continue to close your eyes, relaxing, going deeper into the pose with each exhale, stretching out your shoulders. When you're ready, very slowly and mindfully make your way back to center. And this time we'll switch sides, crossing our right arm over our left, coming into the same pose. Continue to breathe into your shoulders, gazing down or keeping your eyes closed. When you're ready, begin to mindfully make your way out of the pose, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Once you get there, you can pedal out your legs as much as you need to, pushing into the mat with your palms. And on your next inhale, we'll lift our right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step your right foot up between your hands and lower your left knee to the mat and left shoelaces down, making sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle, and we'll stay here in low lunge. You can rest your hands on top of your right thigh. This is a great stretch for your hips, your hip flexors, and your psoas muscle. On your next exhale, start to release by bringing your hands to the mat, and then slowly shifting your hips back, straightening your right leg, and breathing into the back of your right leg, stretching out your hamstring, keeping your right toes flexed towards your face. I know it's hard to see, but try and make sure both hips are square and in one line. To make your way out of the pose, start by bending your right knee and come forward, and then make your way back into a downward facing dog. And we'll inhale, lift our left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step your left foot through between your hands. Bring your right knee to the mat, right shoelaces down. Again, making sure the left knee is stacked over the left ankle. Resting your hands on top of your left thigh. Low lunge. Breathing into the hips and the psoas muscle. On your next exhale, plant the palms on the mat, and then again shift your hips back, coming into that hamstring stretch. This time breathing into the back of the left leg, keeping our left toes flexed towards our face. And again, try and make sure both hips are square and in one line. To come out of the pose, exhale, bend your left knee and come forward. Then from here, take your left leg back to meet your right. And we'll come into an extended child's pose, bringing our knees as wide as the mat and our big toes to touch, extending our arms out long in front of us, and resting our forehead on the mat. Bring your awareness back to your breath and try and sink a little deeper into the pose with each exhale. Completely relaxing the body, restoring the body, as well as relaxing and restoring the mind. You are right where you need to be. On your next exhale, start to make your way into a seated position with your right leg extended out long and your left foot pushing into your right leg. We'll inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, melt forward over our right leg. Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. Again, we'll keep our right foot flexed, breathing into the back of the right leg, feeling the stretch in our hamstring. On your next exhale, begin to slowly rise back up. And before we take it over to the other side, we'll take a counter stretch by placing our left palm onto the mat and bringing our right arm overhead, just briefly. And then from here, we'll extend our left leg out long and bring our right foot into our left thigh. We'll inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, melt down over our left leg, breathing into the back of our left leg, feeling the stretch in our left hamstring, sinking deeper with every exhale. When you're ready, begin to slowly rise up. And we'll take that same counter stretch we did on the other side, placing our right palm on the mat and stretching our left arm overhead just briefly. From here, make your way onto your backs. And once you get there, bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a big hug. You can rock back and forth if that feels nice. Massaging the back, massaging the spine. Your next exhale, begin to slowly release. And we'll make our way into plow pose. Take your time getting there. We'll take our legs up overhead, keeping the legs straight if you can, or if you have to bend your knees, that's okay too. You can support your lower back with your hands, or you can place your hands onto the mat. On your next exhale, slowly make your way back down, one vertebrae at a time, and come to lie flat on your back into our final pose, Savasana. Legs extended out wide, arms out wide, taking up space. Thank you so much for joining me today. The light in me honors the light in you. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, we'll take our hands together and bring them up to our third eye. And to ourselves or out loud, we'll say, Namaste.